Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reviewing Billie Marten's second album, Feeding Seahorses by Hand. Before we get started, I want to remind you that this is simply my opinion on the album, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Billie Marten is finally back 3 years after her excellent debut album, Writing of Blues and Yellows, and I was very excited to hear some new songs from her because she has such a lovely voice and her music really feels so refreshing, especially in a musical landscape overcrowded with so many mainstream pop music that it's very easy to ignore or forget about singers like her who have their own music style that doesn't really comply to what we're usually used to. And Feeding Seahorses by Hand is pretty much music-wise the same thing as she did before, although it does step away to feel different enough to be a really nice piece companion to her debut album, and it really feels like a very organic evolution that keeps on delivering on some lovely melodies. And what I absolutely love about this album is that it can be listened to in my daily life on any occasions. And for example, you can just really listen to it and focus on the music and especially the lyrics, which I love so much on this album. But you can listen to this album also while doing other things, like I listened to it while I was cooking, I listened to it while I was working on other things on my computer, and it felt like such a lovely companion to any task that I was doing. It made me feel relaxed. And it was just really enjoyable every time. It wasn't just in the background, I was aware of it, and being aware of it allowed me to feel serene and calm as well. And that's really something about Billie's voice that keeps you entertained, and it's really a lovely experience throughout all of these 12 songs. And honestly, this album brought me to the age of tearing up the more I listen to it, because it is just a very moving piece of art. And it's very difficult for me to pick a favorite song because they all fit so well and they all are very different and very memorable to me. And if I had to really pick one, I think I would pick Blue Sea, Red Sea, which is a song that I just adore. I mean, the guitar melody is beautiful from start to finish, and I feel like on this album you really need to pay attention to the details, like every instrument, every sound, every lyrics. Really, there's so much to it, so much soul, so much passion, and it's a really special album. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I listened to it, I knew it was going to be special after just a few songs, but I listened to it a couple times throughout the day, and I was like, yeah, this is very interesting, very thoughtful and emotional album. And honestly, there's no filler songs, there's no boring moments. This album is just full of mesmerizing moments and melodies, and you really just have to allow yourself to pay attention, and I swear you will love it entirely. There is something about Billie Marten's music, it just soars through your soul and leaves you speechless. And on this album it is a bit like a rose with thorns, but don't get fooled by its musical softness because its lyrics will cut you if you don't pay attention. And honestly, this new album is as delightful as the first one, and I can't wait to listen to it again and again while enjoying life. And that is why I give it 5 stars. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tell me what you think of the album down below, and I'll see you next time.